The situation between the United States and Iran remains tense today, paused with developments continuing across military, diplomatic, and economic fronts. At the center of the situation is a sharp increase in military activity. The United States has expanded its presence in the Middle East, deploying additional troops and reinforcing its operational capacity in the region. According to the Washington Post, tens of thousands of U.S. personnel are now involved in related operations. At the same time, a naval blockade targeting Iranian ports has been implemented. The objective, according to the Washington Post and The Guardian, is to restrict Iran's oil exports and limit key maritime trade routes. Despite this escalation, a temporary ceasefire remains in place. However, it is fragile. Reports from the Washington Post and Al Jazeera suggest it could expire around April 22nd, with both sides accusing each other of violations. Iran has responded with strong warnings. According to Reuters, officials say they may retaliate if the blockade continues, raising concerns about wider regional escalation. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing. Reuters reports negotiations between the U.S. and Iran are taking place, with international mediation marking one of the most significant engagements in years. But the situation is also economic. Reuters reports disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, a key global oil route, have pushed fuel prices higher and increased market volatility. Businesses are now adopting a wait-and-see approach due to uncertainty. The IMF, by The Guardian, warns the conflict could increase global debt and slow economic growth due to rising energy and food prices. However, the U.S. Treasury remains more optimistic. Reuters reports U.S. growth could still exceed 3% in 2026, despite ongoing tensions. For context, the conflict began on February 28, 2026, following U.S.-Israel strikes on Iran. According to the UK Parliament Comments Library, Iran responded with missile and drone attacks, affecting key shipping and energy routes. Since then, the situation has developed into a wider regional crisis with global impact. Looking ahead, key factors include whether the ceasefire holds, whether diplomacy succeeds, and whether military activity escalates further. In summary, the situation remains highly unstable. A ceasefire is in place but fragile. Military pressure is rising, talks are ongoing, and global economic effects are already visible. The next days will be critical in determining whether the situation moves toward de-escalation or further escalation.